wabarakatuh. This is Dr. Halimah. I will be your teacher of creative translation course this term. Now, today's lecture is an orientation lecture. It's like an introduction to the course. And if you pay your attention to me today, you will be able to understand the whole course very easily. Now, you should really always ask yourself, before you do any course or before you attend any lecture, what are the learning outcomes I'm going to have by the end of the lecture? Okay? Now, regarding this lecture, because it's an introduction to the course, we have certain outcomes. Now, by the end of the lecture, you should be able to be familiar with the course content. You should be familiar with the objectives and the teaching methods we are going to use in this lecture. You should be familiar with the materials we will be using throughout the course. And I will as well go through with you the class schedule, the course schedule. We'll go through lecture by lecture. And you will be familiar as well with the course assessment, what kind of assessment we will be using with you when you attend such course. And you will be familiar with the importance and significance of attendance. In other words, your attendance online is very important when it comes down to assessment. And you will have information about my office hours. So let's start item by item. Now, what is this course syllabus about? You know, now I would like you to be aware of this important point so that you work with me at home. This course is a practical course. It is not a theoretical course. It focuses on creative literary texts. So you need to really work. And this course covers what kind of text we will be using. Now, we will be using text, Arabic and English text, and mainly historical Islamic documents and orations. It's not only that, we will also cover examples and samples from, let's say, poetry and short stories and novels and drama. So this course, which is called the Creative Translation course, will cover a variety of excerpts from literary texts in general. So you need to work hard at home, on your own, in your study office, and then refer to what we are going to do in the course. Now, this is the course syllabus in general. If we really, what are the objectives? What are the main objectives of this course? Why are we doing this course? Now, when you ask yourself, why am I doing this course? This course, if you really understand it and study it, you would be able to translate samples of various creative texts. You should be able, or you should have the knowledge to interpret literary texts, and you should be able to think and produce a new translation of literary and rhetorical texts. and you should be able to analyze and evaluate a creative translation between English and Arabic. We will see the type of text we will use, how we argue, how we compare, how we manipulate the ideas in this text with the ideas in that text, whether the translator has successfully rendered not only the meaning but also being creative. Has he been creative? This course is not really about translating literally or word by word or freely. No, it's a different type of course. You will find out yourself whether you can be creative, you can be imaginative or not. So this course is about really being a creative translator, not a literal translator or a communicative translator or a semantic translator. No, it is something different, and we will find out in due course, inshallah. Now, these are the objectives. You need to really read them and understand them and grasp what is meant by them. Okay? Now, what kind of methods we will be using together. When you are on this course, we will be using, or you will find out that the methods lecturers use online are recorded lectures, as we are doing now, where you can have access to the lectures later on online, and we will have, certain live sessions with you online once every month, where we can really communicate with each other and discuss issues, discuss queries, discuss matters, questions, and we will have some kind of interactive discussion between you and me online, inshallah. In addition to these two procedures, you will have questions for discussion. I will give you a question about each lecture, it's open for debate. You discuss it with your mates, with your friends, with those who are on the same course with you online. You discuss it, you argue about it, you analyze it, you evaluate a certain type of translation. I will provide you with in due course. In addition to these three types, we will as well ask you for homework. So you will have certain homeworks to do throughout the course. So these are the really teaching methods in very briefly. Okay, now what kind of materials have I used? You need to learn from now that if you use any materials with your research, or while you are doing your research or your studies, you need to acknowledge these references, these materials. Now, to write up such course or to create such course, I have referred to so many references. I've referred to my experience as a practitioner in translation and as an applied linguist, to my experience and to my skills, and above all to certain references from where I used certain excerpts. You can see Al-Nu'aymi short story entitled Cut and Chat, Arabic version. Al-Nu'aymi selected translated poems from English into Arabic, and Al-Fahim, the 200 hadiths, selected and revised by Al-Fahim, Abu Dhabi. And then I've used for my theoretical aspect of the course, Pardegela and Lofido. and Basnet. And I used as well for some excerpts from Halimah book, 2012, Muhammad, the Messenger of Guidance, International Islamic Publication House. And then I've used some text I prepared myself. So these are the materials I have used in writing up such course. All right, now this is the lecture schedule. In other words, you can really plan your studies according to this schedule. Today, for instance, I'm giving you an introduction to the course. Then the second lecture will be lecture 1, what is creative translation? Then followed by problems and pitfalls in creative translation, methods and approaches to creative translation. Then we will talk about what is literary translation. Then we will be talking about translation of sacred text, the Quran, and translation of sacred texts with a special reference to the hadith. And then we will talk about the translation of orations, translation of poetry, translation of short stories, and translation of dramas. Lecture 11 and 12 and 13 will be about practicals, which consist of so many excerpts from different genres, like from orations, from the hadith, from poetry, from drama, from different types of text, literary text. So this is the lecture schedule we will be following on this course. Now, I know you would be asking about how are we going to be assessed. This is the assessment criteria. I mean, your participation on the blackboard will be allocated 10 points. Attendance of recorded and live lectures, 10 points. Then homework, 10 points. And then the final exam, 70 points. In total will be about 100 points. When it comes to the final exam, don't worry about the final exam from now, but in a nutshell, it will be based on what we are doing in the lecture and what we and the lecturer provided along with the slides. I will provide you with handouts or with lectures, written lectures, to support the slides. So it would make life easier for you, and hopefully you will benefit from both. So both documents are requested, and you are required to study very well to be able to really pass this course. But if you study hard, if you know the course very well, especially the content of it, you will be all right. Now, I need to focus or to stress on the attendance. It's very important to attend, to participate in live session, and the live sessions will be recorded and be available to the students who miss them. And regarding my office hours, please pay attention to this. Now, I will be available on my mobile, I mean standby by mobile, on Sunday and Monday from 5:30 till 7. Sunday and Monday from 5:30 till 7. So please abide by these times. Thank you very much indeed, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.